Are you ready? Oh yeah. Do you guys like my new intro? I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I don't know. It's the little things in life that make me happy. You know what I mean? I'm going to make myself giant in space because it feels good to be in space. How's everyone doing today? Why are people disliking? Let them dislike there, Dee Dee. Let them dislike. I don't care. I don't do this for likes, sir. Delicious coffee in the morning. How's everyone doing today? Today. We need some music. Where's my music? Gotta get some music. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. There, back to space. Back to space. Oh, listen, Mr. Winslow is calling me. See, right there. Christopher Winslow. What's up, Mr. Winslow? I'm in the middle of my live stream. I will call you when I'm done, sir. Alright, bye. Shut them down for you guys. Don't you worry none. Tyler, what's the 6? Can we say hi to him? Hi to who? Thank you, Kaylee Fox. I also think space is rather cool, though I should be in a spacesuit because I would die if I wasn't. But that's what Hollywood does. Make believe. Tuber simulant. What are you talking about? Hi, Liam Baldock. Virtual high five. Ready? Put your hand up to the monitor. Ready? Your phone. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom! That's a high five, sir. Oh yeah. Oh, got the stretch. Gotta warm up for this social studies class. You guys like my intro? Should we play it again? I got 27 people watching. Did everyone see the wonderful intro? Boom. Stephen Buff. Good morning. Do it again. You wish it was so epic. You wish. Yeah, play it again. Nah. Yeah, wait for tomorrow. That's why being here prompt is the way to go. How's everyone doing now that they're telling us no, we're not going into the school building for the rest of the year, and this is it. This is you and me right here, mano a mano. This is how we're going to be doing it from now on, all the way to like September, not over the summer, but like now till June. This is how you get Mr. Vulture, like this, in your home edition. Enjoy it. I've been doing a lot of yard work, gotta be honest, with this weather outside. The weather has finally turned for the better, and I like it. I want to go back to school, please. I agree with you. I would go back to school. Jay, make sure if you're coming down, close that door, okay? We got little Vulture coming in. We got a little hair tie, you see it? I'm gonna eat you. Get your chair. I made a parody of the Phineas and Ferb theme, but with coronavirus. That seems unusual, James. It is cool, like an online school. Yeah, this is it, Vicky. This is it, online school. Only even better because, yeah, I don't know why it's better, but it's like an online school. That is for truths. Oh, you brought a special guest. Special guest, Summer. Hi, Summer. Hi, look, Summer only has 3 legs. Uh-oh, let's put her down. Whoa!
Oh!
Cat hair. Disgusting. Alright. No, I mean, it's not disgusting. I love the cat. The cat hair, not the cat. The cat's not disgusting. Don't misquote me. I think I might record it today. Record what? What are we talking about? I tried watching Star Wars 3 yesterday, but Disney Plus kept lagging on me. What's going on with that? Are we going to be able to get our stuff from school? That is a great question, one Delaney, and I'm going to say yes. I will, can you go upstairs and my Mrs. Vulture right now is on the group chat with the rest of the kids. Can you go upstairs and can you ask Mommy, say that Mr. Vulture's students want to know when they're going to be allowed to go into the school and get their stuff? Go ask her. Go ask her. Alright, I started playing Metroid Samus Returns and it's quite the game. I agree, Robert. It's one of my favorites. Metroid's like my favorite. Also ask about, no, I'm not going to ask about awards. We already know about that. It's a secret, and I'm not telling you, James, because we have to pick the awards, and then we're going to do something special, but I'm not telling you nothing. Alright. Boo. I'm going to play Tomb Raider on my PS1 after my dad finishes it. Alright. Cool. Got some retro gaming going on there. What'd she say? Oh, they're talking about it right now, so hopefully by the end of this stream, Delaney, I will have an answer for you. I got my stuff, but I had to be escorted. Well, that's weird, Larissa.
What?
Escorted? Because you're a VIP, a very important person.
What about very important? Wait, I got
pupil? What? What are you gonna say?
Wait, give me a second.
I do have Fallen Order. Not a big fan. I mean, it's good. It's very Metroid-esque, but that's my review. That's my technical review.
Metroid better.
I highly recommend watching. What was that movie we watched on Netflix that was fabulous?
Last Kids on Earth.
Oh, Last Kids on Earth. We're watching that.
I finished.
Too dumb. You finished it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Finished it without you.
Who's Jose Water? 6789. Who is it?
1 hour. 1 hour. That's who it is. It's 1 hour.
No, he's trying to say hi, but he's having a spasm.
No.
All right, I think we should get going on today's lesson. Don't you think? Don't you think we should be doing that right about now? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Don't you think? Yeah? Yeah? Maybe? Just maybe? Just maybe? Just
You're not
maybe?
doing your job, so
I am doing my job. You
teach.
shush it. You shush
That
it.
means start to teach that.
La da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know, Jay hasn't seen the new intro. I'm gonna play it for him, and you guys can watch it, and it's gonna be glorious. Here we go.
copyright for Star Wars.
He's watching it. He's enjoying it right now.
There's three things I have to say. Dad. There's three things I want to say.
What do you want to say?
Number one.
What?
I'm blown right by it.
That's a sound effect.
Two,
It's not even saying
I
anything.
think
What do you think?
you might get copyright for Star Wars.
You think I care about copyright
Number
anymore?
three, what does it have to do with social studies?
It doesn't. It makes me feel good inside. Look, I'm cutting you off. No one cares about
Hey!
you. Bye.
I care about you.
No, you're not. You see him?
Stop before you
All right, here we go. All right.
finish.
All right, come on in. Ow! Don't pinch me. All right, so today we're going to learn about détente and the end of the Cold War. This is our school lesson. Yeah, we're going to start our school lesson on détente and the end of the Cold War. In fact, I'm going to pause the chat. Are you guys ready? By the way, Mrs. H, I know you're watching. Why don't you say something? Why don't you jump in the chat and you say hi to the students? I know you're out there, Mrs. H. All right, we should get started. We're like 15 minutes in. I haven't done anything.
All right, get teaching.
Who's Jose Water? I want to know who this is. I demand an answer.
Hey, you're ready to finish.
Don't you
Start,
pinch me.
start.
I'm throwing you out.
Start working, bro.
All right, we're going to start working. All right, here we go. Boo doo doo doo. I'm going to shut down the chat. And the chat is done. All right, so chat is now paused. I'm going to go as quick as I can go.
Chat isn't paused.
What are you talking about? Chat's paused. Oh, chat's not paused. Chat's paused now. There you go. Now it's paused.
What? No, it isn't.
We're going to go quick. You ready? Here we go.
Chat ain't paused.
It is paused. What are you Look, chat is paused. Look, Derek Mayer is the last person. Say hi to Derek, and it's about to Derek because you ain't talking to Derek for a little bit. How's that sound?
I'll keep my eye on the chat.
Yeah, you keep your eye on the chat. All right, here we go. Détente and the end of the Cold War. So we're getting towards the end of the Cold War, and then we're going to go back next week. We're going to hit all the civil rights stuff. But end of the Cold War, it's going to be a little review from yesterday because Perestroika and Glasnost are kind of confusing. So here we go. You ready? And there we go. So détente. So détente is one of those words, if you remember, I had you define brinksmanship and containment, and détente was one of those words I had you define. And it's basically a cooling off period during the 1970s. After Vietnam and the 1960s and the Cuban Missile Crisis, and we came so close to World War III, we went into this period of cooling off between relationships with the United States and the Soviet Union, and this period of cooling off and calming is called détente. And here you could take a look up here on your Time magazine articles. It's basically let's talk, let's cool off, let's relax, let's chillax. President Nixon and Carter are the presidents that really start détente. And one of the there are two big treaties that kind of go along with détente, and they're called SALT. SALT 1 and SALT 2, right? So if you can count to two, you're good because there's only two of them. And basically, it's the Strategic Arms Limitation Treaties, or the acronym SALT. Strategic Arms Limitation Treaties. And it basically is to limit the number of nuclear missiles. So the Soviet Union and the United States are going to take their old nuclear missiles and we're going to destroy them, and we're going to lower the overall amount of nukes so the world is a safer place. Sounds amazing. And the end of détente. And here you have a photograph of Afghanistan as the United States is fighting in Vietnam, and we fight in Korea, and we have our own proxy wars, as does the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union also has their proxy wars, where they fight war, but not with the United States, just like we fought Vietnam, but we didn't fight with Russia. They're going to fight in Afghanistan. And here's a picture of some Afghanistani people fighting the Soviets. Soviets invaded Afghanistan in 1979. By the way, it doesn't go well for them either. America helps Afghan forces. We're going to send weapons and equipment. Again, just like Russia was helping the North Vietnamese or the Koreans, we're going to be helping the Afghan, but we're not going to be sending U.S. soldiers in. We're just going to be supplying them with money and weapons. What?
I have a question.
All right, let's go.
Is the Afghanistan war still going on today?
Well, this Afghanistan, good question. Is the Afghanistan war still going on today? And the answer is kind of. So, for Afghanistan, yes, the war never ended. When the Soviets left, the Americans moved in.
I'm talking about like today.
Right. Hold on. Will you slow down? Let me answer the question,
Okay.
bro. All right. So, right. Now you made me lose track.
You just
All
said.
right. So the war continues in Afghanistan. So Afghanistan has pretty much had consistent wars since 1979. But it changes who's in there. Russia's in there, and then Russia leaves, and then America ultimately comes back in after 9/11, and we're still there today. War lasts until 1989. President Ronald Reagan returns to a more competitive policy. Basically, he's going to say, like, hey, we're trying to ease relationships, but we're also going to be the best. I talked about this yesterday about how Ronald Reagan starts pouring money into our defense and our military to make America great. And he is going to put the Soviet Union on notice, and they have to try to spend their money to keep up. But, of course, Russia's trying to spend their money to keep up, but they have their own problems here. Here is a beautiful cartoon of the USSR sinking, right? Their ship's sinking. And it says, good Lord. It says internal problems of the Soviet Union. So their increasing military expenses to compete with the United States is making the Soviet Union go bankrupt. Rising nationalism in Soviet republics, meaning Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, Georgia, the Ukraine, their nationalism is on the rise. So instead of wanting to be considered the Soviet Union or considered part of Russia, right? Lithuania wants to be Lithuanian. So basically, as their nationalism rises, they start to want to leave the Soviet Union. You know, think about it. If like our nationalism in New York started to rise, where we started to feel that it was more important to be a New Yorker than to be an American. So people could say, hey, are you an American? And I would say, no, I'm not an American. I'm a New Yorker who happens to be in America. And that's an ideology, right? That's a thinking switch in my brain where I start to have more loyalty to my state than my country. And eventually you could see states breaking away from the country because they rather would be a New Yorker than an American. And so Lithuania would rather be a Lithuanian than a Soviet. They have economic inefficiency. Basically, they're wasting a lot of money on their military expenses. They can't properly feed their people. They're paying for too much in the Soviet system and the communist socialism system. And then you have Chernobyl. Where are you going? Well, if I lost him, I probably lost a bunch of you out there. So stay focused, Delaney. I'm looking at you. Economic inefficiency. So they're spending all this money on Chernobyl, trying to clean up Chernobyl, on the military, and it's just making them bankrupt. And the Warsaw Pact Forces Group, meaning they have just like we have NATO, which is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It is our alliance system, and it's still around today. The Soviets have something called Warsaw, and it's the Soviets, communist, socialist states that bound together to protect themselves against America. Well, a lot of countries want to leave Warsaw, and so the Soviets start to make it where you have to group up, and this is not very good for people who want freedom. Soviet reforms. These are reforms we talked about yesterday, like Perestroika and Glasnost. New Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev makes reforms to save the country. Glasnost. Say it with me, Buff. Glasnost. One more time. Glasnost. Okay. Glasnost. More openness. Perestroika. Free market economy and restructuring, right? So Glasnost. More freedom of speech, press, and religion. So they're going to try, again, to introduce these things that we love in America into the Soviet Union to try to make their quality of life better. It kind of backfires because, people just immediately start criticizing the communist system. Did they have an answer yet for Delaney on whether they can go into school? Oh, thanks for nothing. I got to clean this keyboard. It is disgusting. All right. Perestroika, more free market and private businesses. And this is one of the best photographs ever taken by the history of humans. I mean, look at it. She's on the drive-through line with a donkey.
Is this a meme?
I feel like this is something Robert Sims would do. I have a student, Robert, who I would probably take a donkey through a drive-through at a McDonald's. I just feel like that's very Robert Sims. I don't know.
That just looks like
maybe
a meme.
Brendan Connolly. I could see Brendan doing that.
I think that's a meme.
Yeah. I feel like Mark would do it, but he probably would be walking the donkey. I'm trying to think. There's no way that Megan Stipolkowski would ever get on that donkey. So I'm just saying she would not do this. Okay? All right, moving on. President Ronald Reagan, right? He loves to poke fun at the Soviet Union. He likes to instigate with the Soviet Union. Remember, he's trying to force competition. He knows that the Soviet Union is struggling to pour money into the military to keep up with America. So he likes to poke them a few times agitate them and put more pressure on them so that their system collapses, which, by the way, Ronald Reagan is kind of a genius for this because it works and they collapse. President Ronald Reagan, look at him with that cowboy hat. Good Lord, if I could wear...
Did he go to Hoop-de-Doo or something?
Yeah, he went to Hoop-de-Doo Review. Now, if I could get away with wearing a cowboy hat like this, I would always wear a cowboy hat, even in class, as I taught. But again, I am not a handsome Ronald Reagan who was a famous Hollywood actor. I'm just a lowly Mr. Vulture, so I don't get to wear it.
Oh, is that how you feel? You feel lonely?
I don't feel... You don't have to hug me. This is okay. Oh, that's sweet. There you go. All right, conservative Republican president from 1980 to 1988. He was president for 2 terms. That's 8 years, okay? Each term is 4 years. Remember that, folks? He increases military spending. We talked about this. He also promotes tax cuts and reducing government power, not in the military, in other areas like Social Security and welfare and government programs and things like this. One negative thing about Ronald Reagan is we have a lot of really bad debt today. You guys know this. A lot of your families know this, right? The United States is in a lot of debt. We borrow a lot of money. Most of the money we borrow is from American public, right? And then we borrow from other countries in the World Bank and China and things like that. But most of the money, like 70% of it, is from the American public. It was Ronald Reagan who really was the first president to really start to overspend and spend and really raise the debt. Now, other presidents have done it worse than him since he's been president, but he really set the stage and the behavior of a president wanting to do this. And the reason why he wanted to do this is because he wanted to cut taxes, right? Who wouldn't? He wanted to shrink the government, but he also wanted to spend more money, a lot more money on the military. And where if you're cutting taxes, how are you spending money? That doesn't make sense. And so he's going to borrow it. He's also we're in the way right here. Look at this. We're gonna do that. There we go. Transferring more responsibilities to state governments. So he's gonna basically say, hey, New York, you want to do something, you do it. The federal government's gonna stay out of it, and this is gonna cut costs for the federal government, and it's also going to, it's a policy. It's a very normal Republican conservative way of thinking. The Brandenburg, say that one, Buff, Brandenburg's Gate speech. This is about the Berlin Wall, basically. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. That's what he said. I was going to show the actual speech on stream. It's 26 minutes long, and it's a little boring, so I'm not going to show it. But spoiler alert, he says this quote, tear down this wall, and it's epic and amazing, and everyone loves him for it, and they think it's great. Basically, he challenges the morals of the Soviet Union. He gets on stage in the free part of Berlin, and he says, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Everyone in America, everyone in free Europe and free Germany is watching. And he says, and those people in the Soviet Union, I wish you were watching. It's not my fault that you're not, but you can listen too because we care about you. And so he's basically saying, people around the world, we care about freedom. We want to rip down the Berlin Wall. We want to bring the world back together. And it's the Soviet Union, their moral system and their problems that are keeping us apart. And it's very effective. It's a very powerful speech, and it's one of the turning points in the Cold War. And it's a phenomenal moment for one Ronald Reagan.
What?
Would you tripping over garbage cans over there? What's going on? He puts pressure on Soviets to allow freedom, which I just talked about, right? Tear down the wall. Allow people to travel from East Germany to West Germany. What's the big deal? If they love the Soviet Union, they're not going to leave forever. They'll come back. The only reason why the Soviets are scared they're going to leave forever is because the system stinks. And Ronald Reagan knows this. The collapse of the Soviet Union. So here, this is interesting. The guy, you have Gorbachev right there, right? But then the president is one George Bush Sr., and he was the vice president for Ronald Reagan. And then he became the president after Ronald Reagan. Stop, Jay. You're making a mess, and you're hitting wires. Thank you, sir. And the headphones he has in is a translator. So every time Mikhail Gorbachev talks to him, he hears it in Russian, and then the translator speaks into George Bush's ear, President Bush. All right, so George Bush is elected president in 1988. Gorbachev loosens control of the Soviet Union satellite nations, meaning places like Poland and East Germany and Lithuania and places in Romania and places like this. So they start to get their own freedoms back, and immediately they try to get out of the Soviet Union, right? These then break away and declare independence, like Poland. Poland is a great country, and CD Projekt Red is in Poland, which makes The Witcher 3, and they're making Cyberpunk, and they're a phenomenal company. And I have a friend from Poland, Robert. You know Robert from San Francisco, Uncle Merkel's friend, and he's from Poland, and it's an amazing place.
Wait,
and
isn't our mom? Wait, is it my mom?
your mom's not Robert. Your mom is mom.
No, I'm saying it's my mom, Poland or something.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Volger is Polish. So there you go, Poland, and they immediately get freedom from the Soviet Union. They immediately try to break away and get out of the communist system. The results, here we go. The Berlin Wall is torn down, and Germany is reunited for the first time since World War II. Communist rule overthrown across Eastern Europe, Poland and Romania and Lithuania. They get out of there. America wins the Cold War and is the only remaining superpower. That's awesome. That's good. That's good news.
What?
And there you go. Look at that. Freedom. Ripping down that Berlin Wall. They tear down the Berlin Wall. I love it. I mean, how do you not love that? It's phenomenal. It's amazing. It's great. All right, I'm going to open up the chat. We're done. Chat is now open. 34 students watching, which we had 40, which means 6 people left. Apparently, I wasn't funny enough. I don't know. Like, what do I have to do to entertain you people? I'm trying to jump through hoops here. You don't have to. Second hug of the stream, by the way. Okay, you can. Did you shower this morning? Come on.
Yes.
Good. Oh, down, boy. All right. Now, Delaney, we have to do our question of the day, so don't you go nowheres. All right, here we go. Let's get my space background back, because it's just amazing. Hello, Christian, sir. All right, we have to do a don't go. Oh, we need music, don't we? We got no music.
What?
Music's on. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Google Classroom.
You said
I did. It's a silent tree. Everyone knows that.
no.
Go to Google Classroom,
No, Google.
and this is me. And let's go to period 2, and we're gonna update the question of the day. We're gonna go to. That's not the right question of the day. Don't touch my stuff. What you doing, boy? What you doing, boy? Alright, here we go. Edit. Alright, so we have Tuesday. Boom. Question of the day. Question of the day. Hold on, though. I do have to add Mondays. Apparently, I did not do that yesterday. Mondays, question of the day. Tuesdays, question of the day.
Loud.
Music's loud?
Yeah.
Is it? There, music went down. Alright, I'll fix it. Everyone.
Music is epic.
Music is epic or music is loud? There.
Music is better.
You know the music is better. I don't mess around none. Alright, so Tuesday's question of the day. Am I still on there? I can't even see myself. There we go. Look at that guy. Yeah. Alright, Tuesday's question of the day. You ready? So let's go with the question of the day. Question of the day. The question of the day. All right, so the question of the day is I'm going to throw a little curveball at you guys. Right now that the U.S. is the only remaining superpower on Earth, do we have a responsibility, which I can't spell, but Oh no, I can't spell, guys. This is not a good thing. Hold on. No, I remain. Remain. Something, yeah. Remaining super. Do we have a responsibility to help protect world freedom and lead the people of Earth into a better future? Question mark. Do not explain. Now I'm just going to say explain. Explain. Boom. All right, so the question of the day, you ready? I'm going to put it on screen right now.
Don't press Alt 4.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Whoa, it's very large.
Large.
Very large. What happened here? But you know what? Go away. There we go.
Hey, Dad.
There we go. Question of the day. All right.
Go curveball.
Let's shrink us. All right. So now that the U.S. is the only remaining superpower on Earth, do we have a responsibility to help protect world freedom and lead the people of Earth into a better future? You have to explain. Don't just say no or yes. Right? I want explanation. Like, yes, Mr. Volger, the United States absolutely has a responsibility to protect planet around the Earth since we have the strongest military and we're the richest country, that it's our job to go to places and feed people and do this. Or no, Mr. Volger, we have to worry about ourselves because blah, 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 blah. You have to tell me the answer. You have to explain it. And that's your question of the day, folks. That's it. All right?
I don't know
Let's
why,
save this.
Dad,
All right, JJ, sit down. I'm in the middle of class. Come on. All right, so there's that. I'm going to keep editing. How's chat going? Here we go. All right. Any questions about the question of the day? Da 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 da. Any questions about the question of the day? Jay, anyone posting questions? Help me out here.
We have an up sign.
We have a what?
Everyone's typing up, left, right.
Oh.
Signs.
Play Shrexophone? What is a Shrexophone, sir? You trying to get me in trouble? Like, I don't know what that is. That could be a bunch of Shrek screaming, and I don't want to play that. That makes me scared.
I thought you would be like a Shrek.
That makes me very scared.
It is Shrek.
What is a Shrek? It is Shrek.
Is it like Shrek, like a sax?
I'm more interested, like, how do you guys get to know this stuff? Like, do you surf the internet for the most unusual things? Like, I'm just curious how that works.
Bad?
Because the answer to that question is probably yes, you do, because he does. He definitely surfs the internet for the weirdest things.
Let me see.
And I finished updating Google Classroom.
Nope,
So everyone now has all of the questions in for Monday and Tuesday.
I'm not. Nope.
It's actually not bad. Or Shrexophone? Is this what you're saying to me?
Nope. I just looked at it. It was horrible.
It's horrible? Is it on
No,
I'm going to YouTube, right?
Oh my gosh.
Shrek?
Super Mario Galaxy 2? Oh, sweet.
Shrexophone. All right, here we go.
Oh no, this is going. What?
Oh, 10 hours of it.
What is that?
What was the counting about? All right, so that's it for today, guys. I've loved spending the morning with you. We've been online for approximately 35 minutes, and I think it's done. It's good. So I'm a lot of breath from all the dancing. Whew. No, I don't want. No, how many hugs you can give me?
Come on, you're my dad.
I think everyone here knows I'm your dad. So, that's it for today, guys. I hope everyone has a good day. Delaney, go outside and do something fun, like run around the house 4 times. I don't know why that's fun, but do it, and it's good. I'm gonna try to lift some weights today, which I haven't done in like a month, and that's it. That's it. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. I'm gonna go out on my amazing intro because I've said. Also, try to eat some wonderful Mexican food today. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Alright, here
But
we
don't
go.
break my laptop. Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Get out of here.
Oh!
You're gonna kill yourself. It's not gonna be good.
I did
Bye.
kill myself.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye.